Today on The Flush, we head to South Dakota, where the bird hunting can be grand, but the weather, not so much. Stay with us. Bring warm clothes. You're watching The Flush. The Flush, presented by Federal Premium Ammunition and Pheasants Forever.
Well, you know, you can't pick your weather. So it is what it is. The wind is howling, 30 to 50 miles an hour. We're going to find out what the birds are going to do. And I've got two crack shooters with me. They claim to be anyway.
When you choose dates for a South Dakota pheasant hunt, well, just deal with it.
Oh! Who got that?
We're supposed to do that, right?
You might recognize the voice of one crack shot partner.
I think he went down dead, didn't he?
I don't know, it went down sideways.
Yes, that's Dick Bremer,
The team that scores first has always had
longtime television voice of the Minnesota Twins broadcast.
It was right in here, wasn't it?
Right in here, a little up, about 10 yards up, I think.
Oh, there it is.
Good, he was running. All right, I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done.
It means you got to buy the first round tonight.
Onward into the gale winds.
Whoop. Can't even hear him.
Or hardly see them.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Gone with the Wind. It's a movie, I think. I couldn't even get my gun up. Never whoa, like that. Oh my. The pheasants get the wind sometime. Wow. That was very quick.
Whoop. Atta boy, way to go, Caleb. Atta boy. Nice.
Time to introduce another hunting partner, Caleb Thielbar.
Was that luck?
See how the rest of the day goes.
Was that just lucky?
Minnesota Twins fans will recognize him as a top left-handed relief pitcher.
You know this, Ron. Pitchers, when they show up to the ballpark, first thing they check is the wind.
Yeah.
It's true for pheasant hunting, too.
Let's pause for a second and meet the entire team.
My face is freezing.
My daughter Simone is a bird hunting fanatic with her own lab, Raya.
There we go.
And the fella with a bunch of labs is our host, Mike Solberg. Mike's family-owned hunting lodge has the perfect name, Grand Lodge, in South Dakota, which opened in 2008. It's grand for sure.
I love hunting. The dogs are probably my favorite of anything, and meeting new people. We meet a lot of new people. The old people come back every year, so we're like friends, and once you meet them, you become almost like family, and they keep coming back.
Back for ringnecks.
I used to think they were dumb, but when you hunt the same places all the time, they learn everything. They know where a hole is if you ain't got it filled with a hunter. They're way smarter than what I ever thought they were.
Hey, Dick, my nose is running, my eyes are running.
He might be the longtime play-by-play announcer for the Minnesota Twins, but baseball's not his only passion.
Well, it's centered around hunting and fishing. I enjoy it, and of course don't get a chance to do much of it in the summertime. My father was not an avid fisherman or hunter. I grew up in the smallest of towns in western Minnesota. We had a creek that ran behind my house, and we would go back there with the cane poles and worms and catch bullheads and crawdads, whatever.
Twins pitcher Caleb Thielbar has his own hunting tales as a right-handed shooter. Right-handed?
I'm completely right-handed, and about the only thing that I do left-handed is throw a baseball. All of my earliest memories revolve around either baseball or the outdoors. With my dad, I really got into pheasants, and it basically turned into my biggest passion in life other than baseball.
We all know this. You can't bag a bird in the lodge, so it was time to return to our windy pursuit of ringnecks.
Oh, you hit him. Got one here.
Did anybody want to quit? You kiddin'? More birds ahead. Coming up next, when the going gets tough, well, suck it up. Wind and snow changes the bird hunting game. Hands frozen yet? The Flush is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition, North Dakota Tourism, Waltons, Benelli, and by Nutri Source. This segment of The Flush is brought to you by North Dakota Tourism. Start your journey at NorthDakotaLegendary.com. Have to admit, howling wind, snow blowing sideways is not my favorite hunting weather. Yet, every flush is a day brightener.
There you go, Rooster! Whoa! Is that you, bud?
I think so, I don't know.
Yeah, you hit him first. Hell of a shot. He's moving out.
I led him about 50 yards.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, one more. There was one more in here.
I couldn't tell what that was.
Yeah, my shooting glasses need windshield wipers, and I need a little luck.
Got it.
Not the ideal pheasant hunting weather, but the birds are definitely holding. It's just when they get in the air, that's when the tough part starts. Good girl. I love watching the dogs work, man. Did they get it? Someone's got it. Oh, there we are. Nice looking bird. Well, you don't really hear the flush either because it's so windy.
Funny how this goes. Suddenly, flying snow and low wind chills lose their power, and you're glad you're in it. Time to meet Bear. Bear is a 5-year-old male yellow lab with great retrieving skills, says Mike Solberg of Grand Lodge. Bear tends to have a hard mouth at times, but he's forgiven. He's also the father of many labs in the Grand Lodge kennels.
There's just a few birds in the air. Just a matter of time. Rooster! Rooster! Oh, we got him. He's going down.
Okay, maybe Old Man Winter is winning this time.
These conditions are something else. Never hunted in this kind of wind. I've lived out here for 8.5 years now.
Good excuse for poor shooting, I say. Up next, we'll find out more about our 2 hunting celebrities, including baseball and birds. Stay with us. You're watching The Flush. The Flush is brought to you by Ruffland Performance Kennels, Big Timber Fasteners, Sage and Breaker, DeWalt, and by Aluma Trailers.
Pheasants Forever remains committed to protecting and restoring wildlife habitat. Join Pheasants Forever today and you'll help us to create more habitat, cleaner water, and abundant wildlife. Your $35 will make a difference today that will last forever.
South Dakota may be the major leagues of pheasant hunting, but 2 hunting partners, Dick Bremer and Caleb Thielbar, also thrive in the major leagues of baseball.
I fell in love with the game of baseball. I have vague memories of the Twins' very first games in 1961 as a 5-year-old kid, but it would have been unrealistic to imagine a world where I would be working for them someday. I tried to make a living as a baseball player, and I got cut at St. Cloud State from the baseball team before they held their first practice, which I think is still an NCAA record. And so if I wasn't going to make a life in baseball playing it, my high school speech teacher complimented me on my voice, and I thought, well, maybe I could make a living in sports using my voice.
Today's news is the KMOR news team, Liz Wagner and Dick Bremer.
And so I started in television news, and then in the early 80s, ended up hooking up with the Twins.
You said a dollar bill, so...
It's been almost 40 years now, and I can't believe how many years I've been blessed to do this. The time has gone so quickly, and I guess that's a testament as to how much I love doing it.
Caleb Thielbar took a different path into the major leagues.
As soon as I could walk, my dad had a bat and a ball in my hand. I remember waiting for him to come home from work and bugging him nonstop every day about hitting me ground balls and fly balls and pitching to me in the backyard.
Just a few birds in the air.
I went to Randolph High School, southern Minnesota. Was a good high school player, was very lucky to end up where I ended up in college at a Division I school. I probably had no business being a Division I baseball player.
His college goals at South Dakota State it didn't include baseball.
We all had that dream as a kid, but somehow, basically through hard work and luck of the draw, really, I was able to make it a reality, and still am making it a reality, which is something I never would have dreamed back when I was 18 years old, graduating from high school. This year, I think, was my 14th year of professional baseball, and I think my 5th season in the major leagues. So yeah, I've spent 9 of those seasons in the minor leagues, and it's a lot of fun. So the Twins, when they sent me down in 2015, I came up and had a pretty decent little stint for 5 innings. And they told me that was the best that we've ever seen you, as they were sending me down. And that stuck with me for years and years and years, because I felt like I had been pitching really well at that point. That quote really kept me going through some tough years. I felt like I still had it, even if the numbers weren't there or the velocity wasn't there. I knew it was in there, and I just had to figure out a way to get it out. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that the last few years.
In 2020, Caleb was back as a Minnesota Twins reliever.
The grind to get there is much different than the road to staying there. And anyone that has a long career will tell you that. There's no room to be complacent. You have to keep working hard, and even keep working harder now that you've made it.
Sound familiar? Getting out to hunt ringnecks isn't the hard part. Staying out in a blizzard with wind chills is the hard part. But it's the bottom of the 9th, and we're going for a win over ringnecks.
Any day to me, and I think we've proven it in this pheasant hunt, any day spent outdoors is better than a day spent indoors. And maybe you have to be from Minnesota to appreciate that.
Let's meet Jasmine, a 7-year-old black lab female. Mike ranks Jasmine as one of his best hunting dogs with a strong head once in a while. She also is the mother of 2 litters, giving birth to a total of 11 puppies coming up in the ranks. Coming up, we'll return to the frozen tundra in our quest for ringnecks. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Rooster!
That's the rule. Stay with us. You're watching The Flush. The Flush is brought to you by Chief Upland, Wells Lamont Gloves, Superior Pump, Southwire Tools and Equipment, and by Wing It.
All right, let's go get them.
Start of another day. This one still below freezing, but at least the snow quit.
I've been snowed out before.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
You gonna take this west, or what are we gonna do?
I don't think we're gonna walk by any birds today with all these dogs. Is that a point?
Whoop, whoop. Nice shot. Atta boy, Ron.
There it is.
A major league shot? Oh, not really.
Oh, rooster! That thing got up and went. That's tough shooting right there. No excuses though. Still should have made it. Rooster out there.
Hen!
Hen, hen.
Hens in the air. Good sign for next year's hatch.
moving. Rooster, rooster! Hunt him up. Nice shot, Dick. Very nice shot. Oh, got him. Nice.
We made a circle back to the truck for a short break.
Got to console her a little bit so she stops whining.
Your birds, I got enough yesterday to last me a while.
Now it was time for one last push.
Rooster! Reloading. There we go. Gun jammed a little bit there.
So ends a day of hunting when the weather forecast was for misery. But guess what?
Whoa.
Misery struck out. And we had enough ringnecks to play the game and enough hits to win in the bottom of the frozen night.